Hi and welcome. Today we are going to introspect whether are we doing justice. But justice to what? Let's find out. We are going to explore the balance in our writing, whether we are writing well enough that we are understood by the reader. We are going to explore the balance in a sentence, balance in a paragraph, balance within a piece of short writing that may be a paragraph or and balance within a long writing. It could be a speech, an article, or a report. Let's proceed. Now this is balance within a sentence. It is between past and present. If we look at it carefully, we who outlaws not so long ago have today been given a rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. This excerpt is from Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. And if you were to look at it carefully, if we match this word we and extend it to have, it would result to be one sentence or a clause. We have today been given a rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. But if we look at it, who were outlaws not so long ago? This is a dependent clause that is inserted between two commas, and that is how past has been brought in a sentence which was actually written in present tense. Students are often confused between past and present, and there is no synchronization of sentences, no order of sentences, no sequence of sentence followed within a sentence or a paragraph. But if you were to write a simple sentence or a complex sentence write a simple sentence in present tense and then insert a dependent clause with past tense, you may get this idea of past and present right. Let's proceed. Cause and effect kind of sentences. Over here it is contextual in nature. For example, disaster has been mentioned in the first part of the sentence, and the outcome of that is the effect of the disaster, has been mentioned. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. You can see it is very well constructed with the cause and effect, that is the disaster and the outcome of the disaster, within one sentence. Balanced sentence, that is then and now. Now this contextual comparison, notice that it is a comparison within two situations where then and now is being discussed. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy. Now for past history has been mentioned over here. That means then. And now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. That is now has been mentioned over here. It's a very well balanced sentence with then and now. Then we have another contextual balance, that is gratitude has been shown over here. Sender, that means the person who is giving the gratitude, and the recipient, that means the recipient of the gratitude. And then it is extended to all the recipients. Let's see. We thank, that means it's the sender or the person who is giving out the gratitude. All are distinguished international guests for having come. That means the recipients of the gratitude. To take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for all justice, for peace, and for human dignity. That means all recipients have been given that gratitude. It's again a perfect sentence. Liberation and subjugation, it is again contextual in nature. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people, and then subjugation, from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Again, it is contextual in nature, and it is very well balanced between the two sheets. Beautiful and ugly, again it is contextual in nature. Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. Beautiful land and then oppression. Sentence balance, rising of the heads and rising of our nation. This is a very perfect sentence, and there's a lot of depth in this if you were to look at it. This is a very long sentence, and there's a lot of depth in it. If you see the your eyes lifted, it could be the heads lifted, or that means rising out of subjugation or slavery, and then the rising of the helicopters, troops, etc. is actually celebration. That means respecting their liberation. And then you see the next paragraph, it is next sentence within that paragraph, it points out about the demonstration of the military's loyalty towards them. That is again equality. Now, if there's a lot of depth in this particular paragraph, each sentence, both the sentences to be understood, and only then the balance can be understood perfectly. Sentence and sentence balance, positive idea, negative idea. Let's look at both the ideas. Only moments before the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and police, their chests bedecked with ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. That means Nelson Mandela is mentioning that they respected him. And then he's mentioning, I was not unmindful of the fact that so many years before they would not have been saluted but arrested me. This is the perfect balance of two different ideas, which is one is positive, one is negative in nature. Then and now balance and within a paragraph. This is again a long paragraph. Historical reference has been mentioned, and then now has been mentioned. This kind of example has been discussed earlier. The students may pause the video and read carefully. Cause and effect balance within a paragraph. The policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in my country and my people. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. And this is one contrast of cause and effect. Another is, perhaps it requires such depths of oppression to create such heights of character. This again is another contrast. Last one is over here is the problem and solution. That means slavery is a cult which needs liberation. Thank you very much.